Hey guys, welcome to the Centre Bounce. I know, unbelievable. Sunday night and my team review is actually coming out on a Sunday night. What is going on? Can someone please make sure everything is okay? But don't you worry, things are more than okay. It's been a very good week. Very positive. Yes, my boys lost today against the reigning premiers. It is what it is. No surprises there whatsoever. I told everybody and everyone you'd be a very, very courageous person to tip Essendon. I don't know why some people were thinking, oh, my gut feelings. Don't listen to that. That is just nonsense. We were blown out of the park. But my team, the Supercoach team, was not blown out of the park. As you can see, we ended up with a 24-29 to end the week. Very positive. Top 1% score. Centre Bounce Joe. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the rise. It's a long way to the top, right? If you want to rock and roll. You guys know that song? Akanaka. A lot of people say it's a long way to the shop if you want a sausage roll. Now, I don't want a sausage roll right now. Thank you very much. I'm very full. I was at a wedding and had a birthday party today. So very, very full. But 24-29, excellent score, top 1%. We're climbing up. We jumped up 16,500 to now have a ranking of 16,000. So we have halved our rank this week, ladies and gentlemen. This has been absolutely wonderful, sensational. Very happy with how things are going. And you will say 10 out of 10 league wins. What is going on? We are on the march. Slowly but surely, the team is slowly coming together. Not too bad. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Have everybody on the same page. And this was how we did. So, Jordan Dawson, 150, if you don't mind. One more than double day cost. So a lot of people ended up having as their captain this week. So very happy. I did say on the live stream, I don't like captaining runners on a small ground. I definitely prefer either inside mids or intercept markers. And that's what Jordan Dawson was today. Jordan Dawson, yes, tragic, terrible loss for the Crom at home. That I said on Facebook, I commented on the after the Anzac Day game, we are not the last team that are going to be overrun by the machine that is Collingwood. And it didn't take long for that comment to come into real life because it's 5 days later and we are not the only team. We're not the last team. The Crom have experienced it for themselves, what it's like to be on the receiving end of a Collingwood comeback. It sucks. It sucks. Welcome to the club, Crom fans. So Dawson, excellent scoring. He's such a gun player. He plays inside mid, and I think Nick's made a wrong move sending Dawson into the back line. Yes, it was great Supercoach wise. He won 150, but in terms of the game, he probably should have left him there in the midfield to show to the team that no, we are still in it to win it. We're not looking to defend the lead. So yeah, we might not see that again. But Dawson, congratulations on that 150. Day cost 72. He was off the ground for some time, getting his calves worked on. So look, the kid's human. He's real life. He's bound to have some scores like this and in those terrible conditions as well. Darcy Moore was acknowledging that it was very wet and slippery, and we could see it for ourselves. Stewart, I love this man. There's a reason why he was my number one starting pick last year in my team. Absolutely love Tom Stewart. The way he goes about it. They comfortably beat us, and he's got a 123 at the MCG. So, that's. I think you got to get him in, guys. He's top 6. Will Day, he was one of the guys that I traded in this week. Got me a 97. As you can see, there's no McKenna there, so he came in at the expense of McKenna. Now, McKenna's not a keeper, whereas Will Day is a keeper. I think he's going to be a keeper, and 97 is very good. Definitely better than Ridley, who's next to him on that side, who unfortunately is not going to be a primo. So I was hoping I could hold on to Ridley for a bit longer, but especially now with Laverty out, it means he's playing a lot more accountable defending. And for him to score 78 against, Geelong's forward line playing accountable defense, I was actually nervous it was going to be less than that. So on your Reds, I'm super proud of you, mate. But yeah, no McKenna. That trading McKenna out, look, I can sort of understand my reasoning behind these things. And I didn't think that McKenna was going to score really well. I thought Brisbane were going to win very comfortably, and he's not going to get much of the ball. And Rich is back, but now Rich has gone down with injury. So all of a sudden, McKenna looks sensational again. And of course, I don't have him because I traded him out. You are most welcome, everybody else in the competition. I held on to Darcy Wilmot. I could have traded out Wilmot instead of McKenna, but I was thinking, look, I don't know. I thought McKenna was close to maxing out, and Wilmot could just very easily become a chin cotter next week. And I wanted to have that night. I wanted to have some money in the bank, so I could have traded out Wilmot instead of McKenna, but I would have had like nothing in the bank. I need to have money. Money is super important, especially with our rookies not performing super amazingly this week. That's been a problem. And fortunately, I was able to dodge that card, especially in the forward line this week. There were, the forward rookies did not perform well this week, unlike last week. Constable, please, Stewie Jew, free up this man. I don't know what he's done. I don't know who he slept with or blah. I don't know. If he's robbed someone, please, guys, you got to forgive him. Surely he's paid whatever debt he owes. And if not, send it to me. I'll help foot the bill. We need Constable back, man. Free Charlie. Wilmot with a 63. It's just a classic Wilmot score, isn't it? Seamus Mitchell, 41. Bro, the guy got subbed. Look, you ask any Essendon supporter, what do you think of Sam Mitchell, the coach, and we'll tell you the guy is an absolute dead set flog. We hate him. He has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. We absolutely despise the man and everything that he stands for. And now you know why. The guy is a dead set prick. We hate him. He loves to ruin everyone's plans. He loves to get in the way of everything. And it's almost like, what are you doing, bro? Why are you subbing this guy out? He was not the worst player on the field by any stretch of the imagination. It's almost like he knows we want this guy to do well. Nah, we're going to screw him up. Stuff you, Sam Mitchell. Bont was the VC this week. Thought Bont was going to have a fair performance against Hawthorn. And he did that. He did 122. He was on a very low, like 14 points at quarter time, and finished on a 122. It was very close. That game ended. I was at a wedding reception, and I got messaged by Big J. Quick Joe, what do you reckon? Bont or Clary? And I'm just like, what Bont score? I didn't even know what Bont scored. It was 122. I'm like, oh, you take that, surely, right? Now, I didn't even look at my own team. I didn't even realize that I hadn't done any sort of loop things. I just left my team as you see it, because I was away and I wasn't paying attention. I was out having fun, having some drinks, having some dances, and yeah, it ended up working out very well for me. I'm sorry, Big J. I promise I did not mean to sabotage your score this week. That's for sure. I wasn't even looking at the Supercoach scores or any of the games for that matter, and so ended up with a 134 from Clan Nova. Look, it's not that. It's not groundbreaking in terms of the gap between him and Bond, but, you take those 12 points every day of the week. Obviously, it's nothing quite like those who VC'd Marshall. Congratulations to you guys. But yeah, happy with the Clary 134. Beautiful. Green, it was great to hold on to him. We did tell everybody, look, you got to hold this guy. It's only a 1 weeker. And for those who we held the faith and he repaid us, guys. He repaid us very nicely. 118. Beautiful, beautiful scoring. Rosie, 96. Good on you, mate. He's a forward. He's in the forward line, and the forward's very, I suppose, inconsistent with the sort of output they're giving us. And 96, around about the 100. Can't complain about that. And he's averaging 102. Cogs, yes, I traded this bastard back in. But he did well for me, 108 in a win. So congratulations to Cogs. He's also looking to be a top 6. I have traded him in for cheaper than what I traded him out for, so that's pretty good. And so, these two trades, getting in Day and Cogs, these two upgrades have both been very good. Both been very successful. 2 keepers before they went up in price, and they've both definitely helped me in order to rise up the ranks, because I didn't have to field another rookie on field like Fergus Green, and I got to dodge that really poor score. So another reason why I decided to use that final boost last week to get these 2 guys up into the team, because if you look at this team, the number of rookies I actually have on field are really minimal, especially if we consider Shazel a keeper. And if he continues doing what he's doing here, then yes, he is a keeper. So when you look at the number of players in terms of the rookies, looping between Wilmot and Mitchell. Ashcroft, the kid's a gun. That has to be goal of the year. I did see that footage. That's got to be goal of the year when I saw the AFL app notification on the taskbar. That's got to be in there. And Chandler, who I was very confident was going to score really well against North Melbourne. Sorry, Big J, your team's shite at the moment. Yeah, so I was really happy with that. And of course, Samson Ryan. This was the gamble. This was a gamble. Obviously, Grundy was here. Or Grundy was here, actually, and Marshall was R2. But Gawn was back, and I didn't like what I saw from Gawn. This really was a gamble because I saw that Ivan Soldo had been named. Now, I had already decided I want to trade out Grundy before he loses price. And I was willing to back in Samson Ryan with his ruck time. And I knew that he could have scored better if he was cleaner and more efficient in front of goal. And that's exactly what's happened. So he scores a 71 for me compared to Grundy, who scored in the 80s, double upgrade without losing much in terms of points either. And it was excellent that English also had a less than ideal score this week. So his break even is also now really high. Now, I'm almost feeling confident in even holding Ryan for another week at R2 because of who he's got next to come, West Coast at the MCG. And his break even is all the way back down to -10. So loving the cash. That's the ball R2. Obviously, it's nowhere near as great as people who are rocking English Marshall, or rocking Shrek, Sean Darcy and Marshall. Obviously, it's not competing in that respect. But what I'm gaining by not having that premium ruckman there, having a serviceable ruckman score at R2 from a rookie, allows me to have less, only one rookie in defense. Ashcroft, who everyone's have, and I think he's definitely a very fieldable option, and Chandler, who is capable of scoring 100 points. So this is the structure that I'm really enjoying at the moment, and it's helped give me a really good score. Hollins with another 60. The kid's really consistent. He's continuing to pump out 60s. His break even's up to 43 now, so he doesn't have maybe too much longer to come, but very safe. Oscar Baker, 69. Leonard Nass, averaging of 60. Break even 28. So he's still making me money. Johnson, look, 53. He's gone up in price, but unfortunately he's going to be going on holiday, offered a 2-week suspension. So unfortunately, we're going to have a dead rookie here for a couple of weeks. But look, it is what it is. You can complain, I guess, but he just needs that sling tackle. They're really trying to stamp it out of the game. And I can't complain, though, because the number of rookies that I have on the field that are making me money in the bench, Wilmot, Mitchell, Hollins, Baker, Green, he only scored a 28. So it's almost time for him to go, really, as well. So what's his break even? His break even's up to 57 now. And who do they play? They play Freo at Optus Stadium. So who knows if he's going to be able to score really well. Okay, so Freo ranked 15th against forward. So you never know. He could actually have a good game there and re-kickstart that cash gen. But the team is looking very strong, I think. This was probably the biggest speculation, and it worked out well for me this week. Toronto, another 140, sensational. Dunkley, 109, right on his average. Zeeble, around that average. Goulden, we told you guys it was going to bounce back. It was a one-off last week. It was a horror, terrible game all around for the Swans and for him. Sheasel, well done, son. 107. Look, when you're getting absolutely pummeled and the ball's living in the back line, you're bound to get a lot of the ball. But of note and of great importance was Clarko's comments that they need him back there, and it looks like they're going to keep him back there. So that is excellent. He is a keeper. Chandler, 104 on your son. Well done. This guy has been an absolute revelation for us as a rookie. Getting him before his price rise, he's made 207.5K, and he's only going to continue to go up with a break even of zero coming in against the Gold Coast Suns. If he scores a 79, he's going up 35.5. Oh my, that is absolutely wonderful Anya Schindler. He's done great things for us. His lowest score has been a 56 against us in a loss in the wet in Adelaide Oval. So you can forgive him for that. All in all, the other scores have been very solid. This guy is absolutely one of the best fieldable rookies we have had in quite some time. So Anya Schindler doing sensational things for us. And that was the team. Roberts obviously out for a lot more, and Green, yeah, it is what it is. So this was the team how it performed this week. I'm very happy with it. Obviously, as you can see, in a lot of high spirits. We're climbing up the ranks. It's very easy to give up and delete app, delete team, and everything like that. But you just gotta stick it out. You gotta back yourself, trust the process, aim to get a full premium team. If it means carrying some less than ideal scorers, it is what it is. But at least you're not fielding 41s, 63s, 28s. Van Rooyen also terrible scoring in the 20s as well. So you don't want to be fielding those. As the more you can field genuine scorers, the better. Obviously, points on field super important. Now, in terms of what I'm going to do this week, I'm not 100%. I'm not even sure yet. Obviously, there's still Sunday night, but there is no doubt. There is absolutely no doubt in anybody's mind that this dude is an absolute must-have. This guy, Alex Sincotta, Sincotta, Cotta. You gotta have Cotta in there, mate. You gotta have him. The attack helicopter. He is super, super impressive. He had a great score, 88 this week. He scored 88 in what was an absolute thrashing. We won by over 100 points. This is, and he did it with both Doherty and Sard in the side. This is wonderful. So, average of 77 and a half. He scored 88 in a thumping. Obviously, first game, it was a loss. It was tough. It was his first game in the seniors. You cut him some slack. He gets another week, and look at that. So he had 25 disposals. No, sorry. He had 24 disposals, 7 marks. Here, he only had 17 disposals and 4 marks, but 6 tackles. So he's done very well. Even when he doesn't have a lot of the ball, he is capable of tackling in a smashing. So you got to get this guy in. And he's defensive mid as well. He's got the DPP, baby. Yes, this guy, absolute must to come into the team. Who I'm getting rid of him, who I'm getting rid of to get him is a question. But we are in upgrade season, and unfortunately, my boy Setterfield is coming close to the end, unfortunately, the way things are going. He's now had back-to-back scores of that were not ideal. Collingwood, I cut him some slack due to the role changing and the carnage that we face as a team, and Laverty going down with injury. But this 51, unfortunately, in this game, and it was more than anything, that was the tackling. More than anything, it was the tackling that used to be a regular feature of his game. It's just not there anymore. So he still had his 19 disposals, but it had the 1 tackle. You know what I mean? Like that's the big worrying sign here. And because of that, I'm really leaning towards trading him out at this point. His break-even's now up to 117. I don't know. If I keep holding him, that money is just going to go away. So I'm thinking it's going to be time to say goodbye to Setters this week. Who I trade him into is a question. Someone, though, that he's doing so well. Christian Petrarca, I owned him last year. He was annoying, infuriating at times due to his uneven floor, but it seems that he's really worked that out, and his floor is 97 almost at this point. So he's had some great performances, very consistent, and it was really weird because he tends to have a low floor, super high ceiling, and up until this point, he hadn't shown us a super high ceiling. He'd just shown that he'd improved his floor. So it was like, okay, let's get some more data, but he's still shown that he's capable of going huge. So I don't know. I think I might even be going Petrarca. I might be getting rid of someone. I don't know who it is yet, but I think Sincotta wants to come in. And I think Petrarca wants to come in as well. So that's what I'm thinking of right now at the moment, holding on to Ryan for another week. And hopefully I can flip Ryan to English. I was thinking of flipping Ryan or flipping maybe at Setterfield to a Gawn. But if Gawn is not going to dominate the way he's playing with Grundy and they're both just eating into each other's minutes, it might not be worthwhile getting him. So it might just be a worthwhile now that, English dropped that 90-point game. And now English's break even is actually very high, 161. So look, if he scores a 124, 17K. So look, I'd love to trade him in when he's dropped just a bit more in price. 670 still pretty dear to me. I'm hoping that I can trade him in, not this week. I can just keep my eye on getting him in next week, not this week, next week. And then, yeah, I'll have English Marshall, which is, I think, a very ideal position to be in. So this, guys, was the team. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please make sure you give us a like, subscribe, all that excellent, wonderful things. And let me know in the comments down below how you guys did. And remember, we still have our Monday night live streams as per usual. We're going to be in there tomorrow, usual time. So please make sure you hang around, you come back and you watch that with us. Ask us any questions that you may have, any sort of comments we have about the game. And we're also going to have a special guest. Super Coach God is going to be on with us. So thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next